So thank you all for coming to our discussion today on policing in Overtown. We have Commander Joseph here, and I will have her introduce herself and some of her officers that are joining us for this important conversation. We are so excited to have this conversation. It's one that's important to our community and one that's happening across the nation as we speak. So without further ado, I want to see if Graylin, if you have any words as we get started.
Good afternoon to everyone. I just want to welcome you and thank you for joining us today. And I'm really looking forward to a real honest, open, dynamic conversation. So thank you for, being available to us and to the community.
So Commander Joseph, thank you, Graylin, for that. Commander Joseph, if you will let us know how long you've been an officer. When you started to be you started about a year ago as commander in Overtown. So if you can give us the progression of your career to start off the discussion, that would be great.
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Commander Bianca Joseph. I have been with the City of Miami Police Department for a little over 15 years. I've worked in various units. I've worked the streets as a patrol officer. I've worked in investigations. I've worked in the administrative division, which is specifically dealing with the hiring of officers as well as civilians for our police department, the recruiting efforts. I've worked in the budget unit, so I also had some knowledge with grants and funding for the police department. And I've worked as a lieutenant in the community relations section, which really focused on the concept of community policing. And from there, I was promoted to commander, effectively February 7th of this year. So it hasn't been a year, it's been a couple of months. But it was an easy transition because in community policing, our efforts were in Overtown, Model City, Liberty City, Little Haiti, Little Havana, just all of the net areas within the city of Miami. So it wasn't hard because we already established relationships within the communities.
That's great. And we have Officer Williams is on the call if he wants to introduce himself.
Good afternoon, Officer Dayron Williams, City of Miami Police Department. I'm currently one of the neighborhood resource officers for the Overtown Net. Prior to that, I worked the North End, which we call Model City. You guys probably call it Liberty City. I did work with the problem solving team, which was kind of community policing as well. So it gave me a little experience on working with the public, so making my transition to NRO a little bit smoother. I've been with the department since 1993 when I started as a public service aide, and I became a police officer in 1996.
Okay, awesome.